Hey YouTube, it's Ray, and today I kind of wanted to introduce myself with a little bit of a story time. So in this story, we're gonna have a few characters. There's gonna be me, Justin, Mia, and Blank. So it started off one day after school, and me and my friends were just walking back home, but one of their other friends, who was a boy, tagged along with us, and on the walk we started communicating and we started talking and just relating about a lot of things, and it was actually fun. So they needed to take the train, and once I reached my house, I went in, and during the walk, the boy had asked for my Snapchat, but I completely forgot about it in general. And then he ran all the way back from the train station just to get my Snapchat. And from that day forward, we started talking and communicating, and everything was good. And then we were just friends. I didn't know anything, but every time my mom's friends saw us together, they would be like, oh, he likes you, oh, he has a crush on you. And I didn't really believe them until one day when we were at the park, he asked, he said, I like you, and he asked me if I liked him too, and I told him that I like where this is going, but I can't really tell you that at this moment. So then, fast forward to about 2 weeks, there's this amazing trip near my hometown that we're going to, and it seems fun, everything seems great, and everything in general just seems perfectly fine. But the boy, Justin, pulls me aside and tells me that he got a text from his ex and that he sees me as a sister, and you can only imagine my shock because everything was fine. He was acting as if everything was normal and everything just seemed okay. It was a very good day. I was happy to be near my hometown, but obviously that wasn't the case. So at first, I was fine with it. I mean, I wasn't the happiest, but you can't control your feelings. So if it was just that was fine. Fast forward to another week later. It's getting closer to the end of the school year, and Justin decided to introduce me to his girlfriend, Mia. He said that they had just started dating and that he was very happy about it. So we all go to the park, and he has to go back to his house real quick. And Mia comes there. And Mia's like, when did you guys meet? I'm like, in the middle of May. And she's like, when did it end? And I'm like, at the very end of May. And she sits here and tells me that they have been talking from like the 20th. So what happened is he was talking to both of us at the same time. And that's when it starts to become a problem, because it was fine if his feelings just changed, because feelings change all the time. But since he was two-timing, that was completely different. So Mia starts to get angry, but she goes back to saying how she's a different person. So she steps away from the table and tells me that if she was me, she would slap him. And then she comes back at him and yells some more. And I can't help but just cry because it honestly doesn't even make sense. Nothing was ever official, and I never said I had a crush or anything. It's honestly, I feel like the girls who just don't really like a guy and the guy likes them first, they're usually the ones who get hurt, and I don't even know how that works at all. It makes no sense. But anyway, back to the story. Mia then decides to leave the table and say, you guys need to talk this out, and I just say that it's over. Like, don't contact me at all, don't do anything, and I just leave the table, and it's left at that. Or so I thought, because then I want to say a week later, there's a life or death situation with him, and of course I'm too nice for my own good, so me being me, I start talking to him again just for that day. And it seems completely fine until start hanging out again, and Mia and Justin are just there and everything seems fine. But then it starts to turn into a very toxic friendship. Justin constantly overly kisses Mia in front of me and constantly just makes fun of me, and I realized the friendship wasn't even worth it because it made no sense to be friends with someone that doesn't even deserve to be my friend when they are treating me horrible on top of that. So I end things and I say, like, I think we should just be acquaintances or something, and then they come up with a whole paragraph message and use the excuse that you met my mom. I get that that's a connection, but at the same time, you can't use that against someone. So throughout it, they keep texting me, and I just keep kind of ignoring them, and I say okay because I don't want it to be a fight. But what ends up happening is I just don't have the same connection, so I don't talk to them as much anymore or anything like that. And then fast forward to recently. Apparently, Justin had problems with Mia. So Justin decides to text me out of the blue after we hadn't texted for quite a while, and decides to blame me and ask, did I text her, and accuse me of texting her? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, just making sure. And then I said, this is out of the blue, like, why are you accusing me? And he's like, I knew that you didn't do that. You're too sweet-souled. And literally, if he knew that I didn't do it, he wouldn't have asked in the first place. But it's just a lesson to not chase after people who don't deserve you, and that stay aware of your true feelings. Like, it's probably not worth it if you don't fully have feelings for someone. Like, yes, see where it goes, but at the same time, be aware of certain people and what they're doing. And throughout it all, Blank helped me, and he guided me, and he was always there on the side. And now things are good, and we decided to make this YouTube channel and see where it goes. So I hope you guys will enjoy us gaming, and this was just one of my story times. Thank you for watching. Bye, YouTube.